Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Occupy Mars. We're beginning our day in the rover once again, and I do believe that it is warm enough for me to go outside. So after we finished the last episode, I spent the rest of the day turning big rocks into little rocks, and I was rather successful at it. As a matter of fact, I managed to add 2 points to mechanics, and I can see I'm very close to a third one. And you know what? I really want that third point. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our amazing jackhammer here, and we're going to put it to use. This guy is a lot better to use now. I can't even imagine the level 3. The thing is, we would need to find a specific technology for that. There is a level 3 jackhammer technology, so we would have to find that. Maybe we'll find it today. All right, we'll put that away. And yeah, I do believe this is all silicon, right? Okay, so did I get that third point? Yes, I did. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is we are going to get the upgrade for the grinder. So this is going to be grinder 2. Now, there's definitely a reason why I wanted that 2 right there. One, we are going to upgrade the detector. This is the one that showed us where the water was, the spectral detector. With this upgrade, once we do physically upgrade it, it should show us the composition of rocks, so we know if it's got aluminum in there, if it has silicon in there, or maybe it has calcium or something else. Now, of course, the last thing I want is night vision, because we did find the technology to unlock that, and I would find that very useful indeed. I think this is going to allow us to stay out later at night. We might stay out, exploring to the point where I can't go outside anymore, and of course, I can just drive home at night. All right, so that's going to be useful, and it kind of looks like, yeah, not too great in bright sunlight, even though it's always cloudy here, if you haven't noticed. I guess it's got a thick atmosphere. All right, so here's the thing. My drilling has actually given me a lot of materials, so first things first. Oxygen. This place is always waiting to fill my oxygen. All right, and we go down here, and inventory. All right, so iron, I only have, where is it right here? Iron, I only have an extra 7. But if you look at the silicon, 291. Now I have 345. And aluminum, an extra 94. That's 159. So if I wanted to make solar cells, right here, how many of those could I make? Okay, backing out. I can make 21 of them. However, I am hoping with our updated grinder that I will be able to actually acquire them by other means. All right, so let's get to the workbench and start doing some upgrades. All right, let's get to work over here because I have 2 things to upgrade. So where is the grinder? Take the grinder, put it here. All right, it's fully repaired, so we're just going to do the upgrade. Okay, and that is done. Take that. And then the spectral detector. All right, we have to repair that a little bit. Yeah, the upgrades take a long time, so that's the reason I'm putting cuts in. That's actually not too bad. Once we upgrade this, like I said, we'll be able to look at a stone and then figure out what's inside. And that's done, so we'll just take that one. Okay. All right, let's put them back into place. Spectral detector goes in the 4-hole, and of course the grinder goes over there. Oh, am I still carrying the the air compressor? All right, well, we can do something with that. How are the crops doing? Okay, 44%. Yeah, they're all 44%. Okay, that's good. That's good indeed. I'm guessing that we're going to get a lot of botany skill once that is done. Okay, we already have a point of botany. Well, you know what? There's nothing else to grab, so we'll take the fridge. Even though I don't think we're going to be using that for a while. All right, let's see. Electricity? We have electricity. So let's see. What do I want to do? More efficient panels. Modification to increase the efficiency of solar panels. You know, our #1 form of power? Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. We'll go take a look and see what's going on with that. Materials. You know, I don't have to spend anything right now, so we're just going to sit on that one for now. And of course, we spent a lot on mechanics, didn't we? And yeah, any more? All I have to do is take this in my hand and start breaking things up. All right, so let's check out what we did to these guys. Oh, they're giving 6 kilowatts instead of 5 now, so a 20% increase in the power. Is there any left over? No, there isn't. Nothing left over. Okay, so it's all being passed along, which is exactly what I want happening. 62. All right, the little change, of course, is the wind turbines. So essentially, we're getting 60 from the solar panels now instead of 50, and that 2 there is coming from the wind turbines. We need more tornadoes. Yes, we do. And you know what? This is filling up really quickly. I am wondering, I probably don't have enough materials to do this, but I'm wondering increasing the battery. Let's just see whether or not that's something we can do. Electronics. Yeah, I'm a little short on electronics. All right, I can make them, but I think that might be a better way of doing it. And that better way is cutting things up. Yes, I could go right over there and cut up those little things right on the outside. However, I'm thinking a better idea is, why don't we take the grinder and go somewhere new? Because we have seen that there's a bunch of, where are they here now? We looted this one, and we looted this one. Well, you know what? There's 3 right here, outposts. And once we get over there, we might see that there's a whole bunch behind it. So why don't we just kind of track this one with a yellow? All right, how far away is that? Okay, 1,500. It is a trip. Yeah, I left it over here because of the tornado. Before I knew it was a tornado. Which does remind me. Hold on a minute. Okay, so that rock is aluminum. Now, the reason it has subcomponents, I believe, is because eventually you can take the rocks and put them in the crusher, and you'll get a lot more than just the primary one. That's the best way of doing it. But if I was to pull this out, yeah, I'd get aluminum. See, it's actually telling you it's aluminum because I identified it. See, if you do this, I already broke that one. Yeah, it says unknown. But if I pull this out and then take this back, yeah, it's silicon. Just like this is iron, I believe. Hold on a second. Yeah, iron is the big one there. But of course, this is a very large rock, isn't it? So yeah, if I look at it, it says iron ore. Mind you, it's kind of not all iron. A lot of it is just rock that's not very useful. Unless, of course, you put it in a crusher. By the way, yes, I did clean this. And I do want to put down... Here, a second here. Yeah, I don't need to have these guys in my inventory. Medium. All right, so I'm carrying 6 of the mediums here. Right, this and the air compressor. I don't really need those right now. Yeah, I need electronics. I'm hoping that we find things that we can take apart that will get us electronics, because I very, very much need electronics. All right, well, you know what? We're going to go to an outpost. We're going to raid it, probably take it apart. And I left the lights on, didn't I? Hold on a second here. Let's see. Off. That one actually, yeah, that was the only one I left on. All right, back. There we go. All right, so let's head over to these 3 outposts and see what we can get. Of course, we're especially looking for the abandoned tablets to get those wonderful technologies. I'll see you there. So we're approaching the first outpost, and let me tell you, that was an obstacle course right down there. Hopefully it is worth it. Okay, that looks kind of large. There's another one, and I think the other one is over there. Maybe it's one we saw already. Yeah, I think we saw that one already. Okay, so let's get out and get to looting. Because it's already approaching 2 p.m. Okay, that was easy to find. Alright, so what did we get here? Small built-in accumulator. I think that's something that I needed for... Wait, there was electricity. Yeah, small built-in accumulator. Okay, so this was power systems in the ATV and the... what is it? The motocross. I think that's a motorbike. You know, a dirt bike. But that's important because I think I have to connect these in order to get the... medium. But then again, do I have that one already? The efficiency photovoltaics. I think I have that one already. All right, let's just get inside and grab stuff as quickly as we can. What? Is there anything in there? Why would you build these? If you could just come in this way and there's... never mind. Hello? Okay. Alright, anything in here? This kind of looks like a place where you would put plants in. Although not full greenhouse. Okay, it's a seed magazine. Wait a minute. Did I put it down? Yes, I did. Okay, you grab it, then you click it again. Alright, what was that? Beetroot! Is that it? Oh no, we got something else over here. And that is a medium circuit card. All right, that's fine. I mean, I don't see anything else. There didn't appear to be anything on the outside. Okay, can I get in there? There we go. And here I am with a level 2 grinder, and I got nothing to grind. Nothing. All right, let's get out of here. That looks like our next target. Alright, let's see about this. Alright, I'll label these guys later as looted. You know, maybe I should go to this one. No, this one is the one I think we're looking at right now. Alright, we'll track this one as red. Right, that one right there. Alright, it is pretty close. And I see things on the outside, and I do believe that those are solar panels. My grinder level 2 is getting very anxious. Alright. Right there. Okay, so let me get out of here. All right, let's check out the inside first. All right, what do we have here? Looking around. Okay, I see an MRE, which is good because I am starting to get hungry. Anything here? Okay, we have an electric motor. All right, I see something here that looks like a small circuit board. What is that? Is that a battery? No, that's a cup. I thought that was actually something for me. I think you can scan decorations once you get to a certain point so that you can put them in your base. All right, that is another MRE. That looks like a big one. Maybe it's a feast one. All right, I don't see anything else in here. No, I don't. I don't see anything else in here. Here's a question. Can I take any of this apart? Yes, I can. Okay, aluminum. I did get electronics from that. Just one, but it makes me want to take it apart again. Okay, how many electronics do I have there? Just the one. Do you have anything for me? Okay, that's not really extremely interesting. All right, well, let's move on. Okay, does this go outside? Oh, excuse me. Let me just get rid of that for a moment. Okay, that goes outside. Now, this is a greenhouse. This is absolutely a greenhouse. Do we have any good... Oh, MRE. I'm hoping for good seeds. Can I take those apart? I'm going to be trying. I don't see anything else around here. Okay, well, let's just see if I can get some electronics from this. Because when I build them, they have electronics going in. So I want electronics coming out. Okay, I got one electronics. Let's make another one. Apparently just one each. All right, let's move on. What is this? Oh, the seeding machine. Yeah, that's something that we're going to need when the crops are done. They're in the botany area. Well, here's the thing. When we do get our crops, I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of botany experience. So we'll be able to get the things that we need. Okay, nothing really good there. Oh, we have one of these. Okay, this is the organic waste. We can turn that into fertilizer, I believe. Nothing there. Okay, that goes outside. Is there anything in here? Screws! All right, let's look around. The Z is down. All right, upstairs perhaps? I need to be moving on because I want to cut. Okay, there's another MRE. Anything? Oh, there's our tablet. We're starting to become a little concerned. All right, what do we get here? Rover. Boy, that must be far down the line. I mean, we can't even make the ATV yet. To be fair, I haven't really been focusing on that. Can I have some electronics, please? I got one electronics from that. Yeah, I don't see any monitors around. Those are usually very good for those. All right, let's get outside and start having fun with those solar panels. Is this the way out? Well, I can go out here. There we go. Okay, is that something for me? Well, you know what? It's a cable. There we go. All right, let's do this. Solar cell. Electric motor, 2 electric motors. Okay, and I got 2 electronics from that. Only got 1 solar cell, though. I guess maybe these are the small ones? Okay, I got 2 that time. Okay, I didn't get any electronics, though. Very upsetting. I need bigger ones. We've seen bigger ones. That's what I need. Okay, 6 solar cells, 2 electronics. I want more electronics, please. I mean, I want the solar cells. No question about that. They are more expensive to make. Okay, we got 9 of them now. Still only 2 electronics. And the great thing about this, as I'm taking all these guys apart, I'm probably getting some really good mechanical... No, this would be material experience. Wow, 17. And we got 5 electronics now. Yeah, these are probably just the ones that we're making. So we're not going to get a ton of stuff, but we are getting some good items here. Like 20 solar cells, 21. That's enough to make 5 solar panels for us. No, pardon me, 4. Actually, we're close to 5. Yeah, it is starting to get a little late, and I still have one place I want to go to. One last one. One last one, that's all. 9 electronics. 28 solar cells. 29 solar cells. All right, so that's very good. How is the... We got 3 points. 3 points. I think we had one, and it's just I didn't have something to use it on. Although I can see one thing here now. Now we can make the 3D printer, and we can also have storage. Because without storage, the 3D printer would have been kind of useless. I mean, you could probably put some things inside of it, but, nowhere near enough. All right, so let's take a quick look here now. All right, you up here, why don't we say that you are... You're not green. You're orange. Green is the way home, of course. All right, where is it? Okay, that's pretty close. Yeah, however, time is a-wasting. At 10 o'clock, it will be very dark. Which isn't necessarily a problem because of that. But of course, it's going to be very cold. It's very cold on Mars. Ooh. Are those big solar panels? I might be staying the night. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm just going to go over here with this, and we're just going to see. Electronics, pipe, solar cell, 2 electronics, 2 solar cells, 3 solar cells, 3 electronics. Ooh, I liking this. Okay, 6 solar cells and 4 electronics from one of them. Yeah, I can't be doing this. I'm probably staying the night, though. It's not like I don't have enough food. Okay, 11 solar panels, solar cells, I should say, and 6 electronics. All right, why don't we just put this away for a while? Yeah, we got 2 hours, and those 2 hours go very quickly. Hello? There we go. Okay, open it up. Come on, open. Yep, there we go. All right, Z. First of all, did I miss anything? Okay, MRE. Oh, there's the big one. All right, I'm going to hold on to that one for a moment. Okay, I don't need another bottle. What is this? That is a medium circuit board. It gets serious when they tell us, okay, what is going on over there? Oh, these little outside containers. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, I'm getting a warning now. In an hour, I will start dying. Okay, can I open that, please? Thank you. All right, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. When you have the big rover, you have a home away from home, don't you? Yeah, it's getting cold very quickly here. All right, kill that, close that up. Oh, and let's check out what we got in here. Greenhouse. Ooh. I'm guessing that's pretty far down the line, though. Hold on a second. That would be in botany, I'm sure. Botany. Greenhouse. Yeah, there it is right there. But then again, that's a good thing to get. It's just that by that time, we'll need a science bench in order to unlock these guys here. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty far down the line, but we have it when the time comes. All right, and of course, it's going to be basing out there really soon. Hold on a minute. Of course, I mean freezing. Charging my suit. There we go. I mean, this guy has 84% power, so it's not really a problem. I am, however, a little bit hungry, so we'll just do something about that. Because I certainly do have enough food. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, I found another organic waste that's going to be useful for fertilizer in the future. Not in hydroponics, once we start laying down real crops. And that was the beetroot we got before. What was this? This was extra potato cells. All right, so this one here. This one here. Okay, so we have 8 medium circuit boards, at least here. And of course, we have 4 of the small ones. Yeah, could we edge down a little bit here just to even it out? Because, yeah, those small ones are very, very necessary. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sleep for the night. And we're going to finish looting. And I'm going to finish grabbing myself some solar panels. Because those things had some very sweet stuff in them. Yes, they did. Yeah, I think that'll do. All right, that's it. We're done here. Yeah, I slipped all the way there just because I can go right outside. I'm just looking around. Hydration. Yeah, hydration is the one thing I don't have with me. I shouldn't say that. I do have an extra water bottle. You know, if I did have a problem here, I do have an extra full water bottle, an extra full oxygen bottle. All right, let's see about what else is in here. There were containers on the outside in the middle here that seem to have a lot of stuff. Okay, oh, what is this? MRE, sitting on the surface. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. Anything here? Okay, these guys we can worry about, take them apart another time. Okay, what did we get here? Suit battery, I'll just pick it up. And a solar cell, more of those is good. MRE. Okay, that is electrical motor. And that is screws. Okay, is there anything in here? Okay, yeah, there is actually. Okay, you know what? I can't get by you, so I'm going to rip you apart. Okay, that looks like a small circuit board. Very nice. And that is a sheet of steel. And you know what? Give me your stuff. There we go. Okay, did you have any? Oh, this goes back in the other side. That's fine. That's the way we were going. Okay. Z mode. And that is a medium circuit board. Somebody was not paying attention to me. There's something. Oh, that is another bottle. Yeah, whatever bottle that is, I just do not need it. Okay, it looks like screws. All right, let's look around. Yeah, just a storage room. No good electronics or anything in here. Right, and we already came in through here. And other than the bottle, there wasn't anything else here. And I don't see... We will be able to scan those. So obviously I don't want to mess with them right now. Where is that in the tree? I think that's in the mechanical one. Hold on a minute. detector. Right here, right. Decoration scanning. Clearly not my highest priority because we don't actually have like a home or anything yet. But, you know, we'll leave these things in there. I want a Rubik's Cube on my desk and everything like that. Now, about these fellows. Hi, guys. You're coming home with me. And as I work on the last one, you can see at the moment 48 solar cells. I got 29 electronics. 7 of the electric motors. A whole bunch of stuff. You can see they're all gone. I wasn't going to leave any of them behind. However, I'm starting to have that hydration problem and probably could use another meal again. Gee, I wonder how many... No, it's over here. Another 3 parts. Yeah, I think we had 1 extra one, so we used 2. Yeah, I might start doing these corridors because I might want to build another of the workshops and connect them with corridors. So maybe we'll be doing that next time. I certainly do believe I have enough materials at the moment. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them marked so I can go back and just say looted, even if I can't see them on the screen. But I do see that one. Were there any others? Yeah, there's one. Looks like there's one there. And there's a little bit of a question mark there. Sometimes, as I understand, that can be like technology left behind. But we got one there. We got one there. Is there anything else around here? I mean, once we get back out there, we'll be able to see it. Oh, right there. There's one. And there's another one. All right, so if we pull back, so we just did these, we did that one previously, and we can see a whole bunch of these that we haven't done. So lots of places to loot in the future. All right. Yeah, it's 11:10 in the morning, and I need to get back home. Like I said, I will worry about taking those guys off tomorrow. What I want to do now is, of course, go home. And I guess I'm going to have to go back through the obstacle course. As long as I'm careful, everything should be fine. And we're home. And I'm going to park this guy next to the improved solar panel so that he can fill up with whatever he can get from this point on. All right. Okay, so 77%. All right, hold on a minute. Yeah, I need oxygen, I need water, I need food. So we just take this guy and plug that in there. All right, let's just make sure. Okay, so it's 2 in the afternoon, so he should get a lot. Okay, 77 charging in progress. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can build that extra part for the battery now. Because I'm also pretty sure that this guy is full. Yep, it is. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Blueprints. And electricity. Boom. And then over to the blowtorch. I didn't see any upgrades for the blowtorch. I would like to build faster. There we go. Put that away. 990. Okay, so that's a good amount right there. And of course, we're unfortunately getting closer here. I might have to make a change in this. We'll see. All right, so I am curious as to how we're doing over here. 94%. And then we will have spuds. The thing is that what I do believe I need to do, I don't have it yet. Hold it a second. Where is the tree? I did get a point on the way over. Yeah, it was electricity. All right, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. I think that the antenna, I have to do it anyway, so I might as well grab that. I believe this extends, hold it a second, a device that significantly increases the range of the tablet, which means I should have a better range. So let's just go ahead and do that. Of course, I am going to have to build it and probably provide power for it. That's not really a problem anymore now, is it? Let's think. Maybe something like here would be a good spot. Blueprint. Antenna. Oh, and I guess this is going up. Hold on a second. What is the... Oh, pardon me. Arrow key. All right, and let's get out of that. Let's do this. I certainly should have the parts. Yeah, I do believe this needs power, so we're going to have to make a another stray solar panel. All right, hold it a minute. That will do. Back to the blowtorch. There we go. And of course, I'm going to need a cable. Let's see, you into... Okay, so do we have power now? Okay, that's pretty high. I can't see that. Maybe I shrunk on the way. Can I see better? I mean, I do seem to have a better range now. So if I was to go out there, I would have a better range for seeing things. Can I see anything over here that I didn't see before? The problem with this area is it seems to all be mountains, as opposed to this area, which is clearly flat, mostly flat. So yeah, I mean, in the mountains, you're not going to really build an outpost, are you? No, you're not. And of course, we can build a lot more of these. However, I would really, really like to be able to get the, where is it here? The medium solar panel. So, yeah, this goes all the way down now. So in other words, I have one of these. I would need to grab this and then probably grab this. So I need 2 points in order to be able to do this. And I don't think I have this one yet. So we would have to go looking for this one if I wanted the medium solar panel. But you know what? We are getting a lot of power now. And we do have a lot of battery power. So there are definitely things we can do in here. How are you guys doing? 96%. So I think what's going to happen is that as soon as they're done, or when I pick them, I'm going to get a lot of botany experience. Right over here. And that means I'm going to be able to get the seed machine and hopefully the genetic engineering. See, what you can do is you can take the finished vegetables, put them in there, and you can improve the seeds. And that's really what I'm looking for. That way it'll grow faster and it'll produce more seeds in the end so that we can end up planting more. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So we went on another road trip and we got a lot, and I mean a lot of materials over here. We got 40 electronics. We got 92 solar cells. Of course, we got some more food there too. Fuses, we got 9 of those. But I mean, the thing about it, those are the 2 big ones. The ones that were causing me problems. The electronics and the solar cells. And of course, we have a lot of them now. Oh yes, we do. That does remind me. I am thirsty, so I'm just going to pop over here while we still have power. And fill my water. But then again, if we want to expand the powers, I think we're going to have to give more power. And of course, oxygen, I can get it there. And food absolutely is not a problem. They got 12 left there. And we have crops coming. Although those crops are going to be for genetic experiments. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. So we've definitely made some advancements. Power is looking a lot better now. A lot. If we can get the medium panels, things will look wonderful. And I am thinking to making another one of these right next to it and using the connectors to do that behind. I might end up moving the front door. We'll have to see. Kind of hard to do with these guys, though, right there. We'll have to see what happens in the end. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like. Maybe say something in the comments for the Great God algorithm. And of course, subscribing is a great way to show your support. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.